All right, what's going on, everybody? Really quickly, I want to talk about Prospect Capital, ticker symbol PSEC, PSEC. And I was looking through some of the comments of some of my videos, and I was looking through some of the comments of some other videos on YouTube and just in social media. If you go to public, or if you invest with public and use that trading platform, you can actually go in there and there's a community, right, of people that speak about different stocks or what they purchased, why they purchased it, why they sold it, whatever. But I was just looking at some of the comments surrounding Prospect Capital. And I want to say, first of all, do not let anybody else dictate what it is that you buy in the stock market, right? Because for one, you're the one that has to live with your decisions, not them. Not them. So I don't want you to be in a position to where you're blaming someone else at the end of the day that you didn't purchase or that you did purchase something. We have to get comfortable. We have to get to a level of where we're comfortable buying the things that we want to buy. We have to get to a level where we're comfortable buying because we know the fundamentals. We know how to assess and value a stock, right? That's the point that we need to get to as an investor. And once we have an understanding of a stock and a company, then your reasons are your reasons, right? Do not let someone else dictate how it is that you invest. Now, Prospect Capital, I have it pulled up here on Robinhood in one of my trading accounts. Well, it's not a trading account, investing account. But I have Prospect Capital pulled up in one of my portfolios, okay? And I'm going to show you all in real time what's happening with this stock and what's been happening. So you can see my market value. I have a little under $1,000 invested in this. Total return is I'm down $173. That's down 15%. So I'm down 15% on this one stock. Okay. Now, of course, from the outside looking in, you say, listen, that's a terrible return. Obviously, you don't want no one wants to be in the negative, especially 15%, right? That's a huge, damn near 16%. It says 15.93%. So that's almost 16% that I'm down in this one stock, you all. Now, here's the thing. This number right here, this total return, does not factor in all of the dividends that I've received from Prospect Capital since I began investing in it. Let me say that again. This total return does not reflect all of the dividends that I have received from Prospect Capital since I've been investing in it. And I've been invested in Prospect Capital for about 4 years now. All right. Now, the fundamentals, I'm going to tell y'all right now, without even going to the chart, without even going to stockanalysis.com and pulling up all the charts, I can tell you off rip. Prospect Capital, from a investing standpoint, as far as value, it's terrible. All right. It's terrible. It's terrible. All right. I don't even think that they can sustain paying this dividend, this monthly dividend that they've been paying. And honestly, it's been proven within the history of Prospect Capital that they cannot continue to sustain paying this monthly dividend. All right. They've decreased it. It used to be 11 cents. Then they moved it down to 8 cents. Then they moved it down to 7 cents. Now it's 6 cents, right? 6 cents every single month per share. So they've been decreasing the dividend, which is never something that you want to see, especially if you're a dividend investor. But here's the other side of that coin, right? I think people need to understand that people that are investing in Prospect Capital, or I hope this is the case anyway, people that are investing in Prospect Capital are not investing because they see value in it, right? They see it exploding into this huge value play that's going to pay great dividends at the end of it. No, if you're investing in Prospect Capital, then it's likely, okay, it's likely that you're investing for stability, which is interesting because it's unstable. All right. It's unstable. Prospect Capital is an unstable ass company, and it's an unstable investment. I personally would not recommend it to anyone. However, if you're going to do it, understand that yes, while you get those monthly payments, I think that there's something better that you could probably put that money towards where you get a little bit of growth and you get that monthly dividend. For example, Maine is one of them that I can think of off the top of my head. Maine, okay? But listen, if you're going to invest in Prospect Capital, then just be aware, please. Just understand that there's a risk. You're probably going to lose money as you invest in this thing. I've lost 15%, nearly 16% of the money that I've invested in it. I'm okay with that. Because at the end of the day, I'm also getting, and I'm going to show you right now, I'm also getting dividends. Those monthly dividends are still coming in, and that is not factored into my total return. Now, I want you to see, you can see there, my average cost is $6.47. Right now, the cost of Prospect Capital is $5.44. And I am very tempted, you all, I'm not going to lie, I am very tempted to go in and buy a bunch of shares of this at that $5.50 price point, 50-cent price point, that $5.50 price point. I am very, very tempted to go in and buy a bunch of shares of this at that price point to bring my average cost down and just to pick up a ton of more shares of this. But I am weary, and I'm very leery of doing that just because of the history of Prospect Capital. Now, here's what I'm not leery of, and here's what I love about this. You can see the dividends here. I have a dividend pending coming April 18th of $10.09. That's just for one stock, you all. That's for one stock. I got a dividend of $10 coming, of over $10 coming in. Now you can imagine if I had $10,000 invested in it, that'd probably be over $100 coming in, right? However, my total return would be a lot less. So you have to weigh. At the end of the day, this is what I'm saying. Weigh your options, your pros, your cons. All right. Why you should, why you shouldn't. Bring your list together and figure out what is the best decision for you. You have to assess your own risk. Okay. You decide what you are willing to risk. You decide what you are willing to gamble on a stock, especially knowing that it's likely going to not be sustainable going forward in the future and that it's not going to bring your portfolio any growth value. You have to be comfortable with that. And as long as you're comfortable with that, then invest how you want to invest. I do want to go down. Actually, let me see if I can bring up more dividends to give you a better picture of exactly, here it is right here. So you can see my history there. You can see the history here. And I have definitely, look at that, dividend, 986. And you can see the dividend increasing every single month. Dividend, $9.63. And you can see the dividend again from December, $9.54. So that dividend is increasing on its own every single month because I've been just reinvesting those dividends. I haven't pulled anything out of this. I've just been reinvesting. So that's really, literally, they're paying me to reinvest into their own company just so they can pay me more money the next month. And if you look at it that way, then it gives you a different perspective versus the growth aspect of this. This isn't about growth. Prospect Capital is not about growth. It's about getting that monthly dividend. And if that's something that you want, and if you figure that it can provide you with more stability or stability as far as monthly income goes, then do your thing. Don't let somebody walk you off the ledge, all right? As long as you understand the fundamentals, as long as you understand the good, the bad, the ugly, make the investment how you want to make it. Y'all can see it right here. I don't have nothing to hide. I want to be very transparent on this channel, and I want to show you all what I'm doing. I don't just walk it. I don't just talk it. I walk it, all right? So you can see my investment here. Again, this month's dividend will be over $10 finally, and I am very tempted at that price point of $5.44 or 50 cents or whatever it's going to be. I am very tempted to go in here and throw a couple $100 at this just to bulk this up, right? But you can see what I've been doing. Sometimes I'll go in. I spent $12. What was that? Back in January to purchase 2 more shares, right? A little over 2 shares. So I might do something like that. And you figure that's $12 that I probably would have spent on some bullshit, right? That I probably would have spent, that's my wife, that I probably would have spent on something else. But listen, that's my point with all of this. You make the decision that you need to make for the type of investor that you want to be, and you go from there. Thank you all for watching. I'll see y'all in the next video. Later.